During his pontificate, Pope Francis has beatified 677 people and canonized 829 saints. It will increase to 830 when the Spanish missionary Junipero Serra is beatified during the Pope's trip to the U.S. in September. The most anticipated canonizations were those of Pope John Paul II and Pope John XXIII on April 27, 2014.
Sono stati sacerdoti e vescovi e papi del XX secolo. Ne hanno conosciuto le tragedie, ma non ne sono stati sopraffatti. Più forte in loro era Dio.
Among the other beatification highlights, Pope Paul VI in October 2014. Pope Francis cites the pontiff often.
Nei confronti di questo grande Papa, di questo coraggioso cristiano, di questo instancabile apostolo, davanti a Dio oggi non possiamo che dire una parola tanto semplice quanto sincera ed importante. Grazie.
The first blessed to be proclaimed during Pope Francis's pontificate was another Spaniard, Cristobal of St. Catherine. The next will be the Archbishop of San Salvador, Oscar Romero, who was assassinated on March 24, 1980. Pope Francis sees Romero as a faithful witness of the Second Vatican Council. He implemented the pastoral changes that the Council wanted. Monsignor Romero knew how to interpret the hearts of people. He knew how to interpret the longing for justice that they had. He knew, above all, how to break the silence. The latter was one of the most complicated processes in recent years. Even some within the Vatican warned that the Salvadoran bishop was a strong advocate of liberation theology, rather than a strong advocate of the people. Liberation theology is intellectuals who have made their interpretations believing that they speak in the name of the people. No, they are two very different things. Monsignor Romero was able to interpret the people's faith, devotion. That's why they called him the voice of the voiceless. He assumed the voice of the voiceless. He broke the silence, and this is the first major sin of Romero for politicians, having given a voice to the poor. That was the first great sin he committed, for which he was signed off for death. The beatification of Oscar Romero will take place on May 23rd. The ceremony will not be led by Pope Francis, however. That's because Pope Benedict XVI revived the custom that the celebration be organized in the Diocese of the New Blessed. Pope Francis only presides over beatification rites in some cases. He did so on trips to Korea and Sri Lanka, two countries where Catholics are a minority.